What's going on, guys? What's going on? Happy Sunday. It's your boy, Crazy Faith, the Son of God in the building. So today, um, I want to talk about the name of the topic is actually going to be the power of church, right? The power of church. So some of us, may go to church, may not go to church. Just want to, and it's okay if you don't, or if you do, um so it's okay if you don't, or if you do. We also give you room to grow and to also see how powerful church is. So for me, when I go to church, I get a sense of a boost of energy. Like my inner man is renewed, it's strengthened, it's renewed, it's refreshed. And what it does is cleanse your spirit from everything that you're going through within that week. So if you're having a tough week, right, and you just want to reset, a restart, like a clear mind, a reset of the mind, you go to church and you worship, you get the word, and what the worship does is it cleanses everything out of your spirit that you're going through, right? And your inner man is being stronger, is being replenished, right, for the week moving forward, right? So these are the little powers of going to church, right? Putting church priority, right? For me, when I go to church and I go there, I worship, I praise, and I also get the word that I need for the day moving forward towards the week, right? So I'm moving in power and strength towards the week, throughout the week. Without a solid foundation, without God's word, you cannot move forward, right? You will stumble, you will fall, all kinds of crazy stuff will happen. But if you have that solid foundation of what God told you on that Sunday, when you go through the week and you face those obstacles, you could reflect back on that word and, you know, meditate on that word throughout the whole week. That allows you to have a solid foundation so your foot doesn't get caught and you could actually accomplish your goal and have a beautiful week, right? The moment where we don't prioritize church and we don't have a solid foundation towards God's word, we tend to fall. Things begin to feel harder than they should be. Yes, things is gonna be hard, but sometimes if we don't have God, it's harder than it should be. Sometimes if we don't have the word, things are harder than it should be. Right? For me, I know without God, I'm nothing. Without God, I'm not going to be able to accomplish everything that I want to do. Right? And I always have to remind myself, I have to make church the priority because all things is done through spirit. If your spirit is contaminated, if you're depleted, how are you going to have the strength to push through those throughout the week? Right? You're not going to have the strength to push through because your spirit is dead, right? But the moment where you prioritize your spirit and put it first, right, and feed your spirit, and you go to church and you making God number one and you keeping him on the throne, life begins to be easier, right? Not everything is easy, but it's a lot easier with God in your life than it is just living it one day at a time with just you, right? God's word is powerful. Today I was able to go to church. I was able to put everything under my feet and keep walking with God, right? Put all things under my feet and as well with my soul. So everything that I'm going through is under my feet as well with my soul, right? This is the power of going to church. I'm happy. I'm gonna have a vibration, right? I'm actually doing a video giving value, and I was just like, you know what? Today's topic is going to be the power of church. A lot of people don't know what the power of church does, what church actually does, but because people are going to church for the wrong things, and that's another thing. You have to set your intention when you go to church. What do you want to get out of church? Right? Why are you going to church? Some people are going to church to meet someone. Some people are going to church to invest into their inner man, into the spirit, to feed their spirit, to get closer to God. Right? My question to you is, what are you going to church? And if you're not going to church, why aren't you not going to church? Right? And I don't force church on anyone, but this is something that you have the option to do to better your life. And if you haven't tried it for the first time, I encourage you to try it for the first time. If it's been a while, I encourage you to go back and see how different your life is going to be starting off the year 25, January 2025, and stay consistent at it and see the transformation. I know when I don't go to church, I feel a disconnection. I feel lost. I feel drained. I feel tired. I feel um not myself. I don't like it, right? I remember I didn't go to church last week, and I just felt like a little lost, like a little disconnect, and I didn't like that feeling at all. It felt nasty. So I'm just making it a priority, whether I work or not, to go to church and let my schedule go around church for Sunday if I have to work Sunday, right? Making sure God is the priority, because without that inner strength, that word from God, right? I'm not going to be able to move throughout the week. I'm going to be moving in dead energy, right? The spirit gives life, the flesh counts for nothing. So me moving forward with church has just been a blessing, right? And I just wanted to share that with you guys, and to prioritize church and make sure you're going to church for the right reasons, right? And don't get distracted when you do go to church. You want to go to church for the right reasons, to know God. Set that intentions to know God. It's going to be a lot of distractions. Trust me, I know it. When I go to church too, I got to set that intention. I have to be focused on what I'm going to church for, because I want to strengthen my inner man. I'm going to church to get closer to God, right? That's the real reason. And once I do that, I set my intention. Now I'm able to receive, get the word, and grow and transform and see what's inside of me, right? Because the more I grow, the more I evolve and transform. The more I evolve and transform, the more value I'm able to give to the world, right? And these are the things that I'm doing. These are the things that I'm doing every single day, every week, setting that intentions to go to church, to develop me, to pour back out to the world, to understand who God is on another level. Because once I understand who God is, my life begins to change. My perception begins to change, right? And it's just been a blessing to know, like, the transformation is there. It lies within you. You just have to stay consistent at it, right? Yes, it's going to be hard, but you have to stay consistent at the transformation to see the results that you want, right? Not everything is going to be easy, and we have to push past those emotions, and we have to tap into the willpower. The only way we're going to make it to the other side, if we push past through the emotions, tap into the willpower, the power, the strength of your willpower, right? I'm gonna do a video on that next. The strength of your willpower. Once you tap into that strength of your willpower, you're able to get to your goals and destinations quicker than later, right? Because you have the power of the will, right? I got to do a video on that. I'm glad I talked about that. But yeah, the power of church. Going to church has just been so powerful, so transformation, trans, being able to transform myself into the person that God needs me to be. And you also meet good people there, right? You also meet good people there, and you just got to be careful when you go to church. What are you going to church for? What? Why are you speaking to this person? What kind of energy is this person giving you, right? And you just got to be careful. But the main key is to develop your spirit, to transform, right? To see who you really are, right? And it's not going to be easy. It's going to take time. It takes time. It takes patience. Sometimes you fall, sometimes you get back up. But I'm going to leave you with this. Don't stop trying. Don't stop trying, right? Let everything fuel you to keep pushing towards God and getting closer to Him on every single level, right? Use your problems as fuel to get closer to God, to get closer to your goals, to get closer to your dreams and goals and aspirations. And I guarantee you, if you do that, you will be untouchable, your spirit will be untouchable, and you will definitely get closer to God. Because remember, God is undefeated. God is undefeated, right? So with that being said, I hope you guys have a blessed and amazing Sunday. It's your boy, Crazy Babe, the Son of God, on the way out. Let's grow.